Children's Healthcare of Atlanta's 3 emergency departments have been very busy for the last couple of months.
Yeah, they're seeing a lot of kids, especially young babies, coming in with a respiratory virus known as RSV. The Fox Medical Team's Beth Galvin is here now with one Atlanta family story.
And Sine and Tom, when you see RSV, it usually starts out like a cold, or it looks very much like a cold, so you don't really worry about it. But then babies can develop complications like breathing problems. Kari and Justin Howard of Atlanta's Morningside neighborhood didn't know very much about RSV when their son was born, but they quickly got a crash course in what it can do.
This is Davis Harper, and whoa!
Kari Howard's little man is about as chill as it gets.
He is so relaxed and just a happy kid.
But Davis got off to a rough start. When he was about 6 weeks old, Kari shot this cell phone video and sent it to her husband, Justin, because she was worried it looked like Davis was struggling to breathe. The Howards decided to get him quickly to his pediatrician, who immediately called an ambulance to take Davis to Children's Healthcare of Atlanta's emergency department.
We only had a mile to go. They said, don't even risk going in the car 1 mile. We need him in an ambulance with oxygen all the way to Scottish Rite.
Davis landed in the neonatal intensive care unit with something called RSV.
RSV is short for respiratory syncytial virus. It's a virus that causes the common cold in you or me.
But for babies like Davis, especially those born prematurely, RSV can be much more dangerous.
It's basically kind of like bronchitis for a baby, and it can be deadly.
Davis, who weighed just 10 pounds, spent a week on oxygen, getting his lungs suctioned around the clock to help him breathe. He got better. But then, about 5 months later,
I was literally taking him to bed one night, and he was having the same labored breathing.
He got sick again with RSV, landing back in Children's NICU.
It was awful. I was in the corner hyperventilating.
And right now, Children's 3 emergency departments are seeing a lot of RSV and cold viruses. Pediatrician-In-Chief Dr. Jim Fortenberry says, like a cold, RSV is contagious.
It's passed very easily from hand to hand or hand to eye, hand to mouth, and so it makes it really critical to do good hand washing.
Dr. Fortenberry says most infants will get through RSV with rest and fluids and don't need to come to the emergency department. But in severe cases like Davis's, babies may have difficulty breathing, a high fever, a thick nasal discharge, and a barking cough. Sometimes they stop eating or become unusually fussy or maybe inactive.
Just the labored breathing is really the #1 thing, and if you see that, I would definitely recommend taking your child to either the ER or your pediatrician immediately.
There is no vaccine for RSV, but Dr. Fortenberry says a medication called contagious can help protect a small group of premature babies most at risk. Today, Davis Howard still needs medication to help him breathe, but his parents are grateful their little guy is healthy again.
He is great, sleeps through the night, always has. I mean, he's just an amazing kid, and we're so blessed to have him.
And we're right in the middle of RSV season right now, so the best way really to protect your baby is to be really careful about germs. So you want to wash your hands frequently, like Dr. Fortenberry said. You also want to keep your child away from crowds if possible, and don't let anybody who is obviously sick or having symptoms of a cold have close contact with your baby. Tom and Sine.
Oh, that's especially difficult, I'd imagine, this time of year during the holidays. Everybody wants to visit with the baby and bring gifts and so forth.
But I think they'll understand if you just say, hey, we're being extra careful, you know, not to catch a cold or RSV or something going around.
Definitely.
Thank you, Beth.